In my opinion, nobody celebrates their own patriotism better than the US of A. Admit it. How many of you blew up a Coke bottle or tried to tie a toy army soldier with a handkerchief parachute to a rocket? And tell them, if you will, that things are looking up, that we are turning a corner, that we have overcome 4 years of difficulty, that faith and patriotism and honor and morality and common sense are all making a comeback. All right, let me jump on into the Rightside Way opening monologue, and I will remind you guys that every single day, the Rightside Way is brought to you by attorney Stan MacDonald. Stan MacDonald, a partner at the law firm of Wilmer and Lee. He's a 30-year veteran in the practice of law. He is indeed your daily sponsor of the Rightside Way, and I'll tell you more about Stan here in just a few minutes. All right, well, listen, I've told you that the Rightside staff is going to be off for the 4th of July, so we won't be here. I want to make sure, though, that I give homage to the fact that Friday, the 4th of July, is actually one of my favorite holidays. So as a kid, Christmas was always front and center, the best holiday of them all, right? But it was a close race for me between Easter and the 4th of July. I mean, truthfully, as a kid, I didn't get the difference or the importance yet of Easter, but I was all in for the Easter baskets and the candy. But, you know, having to dress up in my newest Sunday go to meeting clothes and comb my unruly hair took some of the shine off of that. So looking back, I will say that as a kid, the 4th of July probably had the higher overall ranking. And I've lived in other countries. I've seen patriotic celebrations and days set aside in other places to honor their own nations. I mean, listen, our own celebration, though, what's not to like? In my opinion, nobody celebrates their own patriotism better than the US of A. Hot dogs, flags waving, bands playing, fireworks. And oh man, listen, if you've heard this show more than a minute, you know I love fireworks. I mean, think about it. A knothead kid like me can run around in shorts and a t-shirt, stay out past dark, eat junk food, and blow stuff up. It was layer upon layer of the best that life had to offer for a knothead kid. It was patriotism. It was friends. It was food. It was explosives. And yeah, I have some distinct memories of the 4th of July. When I was younger, and some of y'all can probably relate to this, we would go through South Huntsville, go across the Tennessee River Bridge to the area we used to call Gasoline Alley. That's where all the fireworks stands were. Apparently, there's an entire cottage industry of pop-up fireworks stands that folks do every day. My dad would give us $10 each, and if we had some allowance money left, we could, add to it. And then we'd fan out and hit the stands and buy the fireworks of our choice. Sparklers, those were the warm-ups, but those were for little kids. Once we were old enough to strike a match, it was a whole new day. We bought all we could squeeze into a $10 bill. Smoke bombs were good for playing army with my friends. Snap pops were good for gags. Lady fingers were what you got when you were running out of money. Black cat firecrackers and bottle rockets, those were the main staples. And we were always on the hunt, just in case any of the stands had any of those bootleg M80s or cherry bombs, which were kind of on the way out at that point. Just a tad edgy, if you know what I mean. We buy some, we compare notes. There was always that one fireworks stand that would try to undercut the others by giving away a pack of bottle rockets or some punks if you would spend $10. And then it was fun time. Oh, yeah. Admit it. How many of you blew up a Coke bottle or tried to tie a toy army soldier with a handkerchief parachute to a rocket, which never really worked? And of course, there was always the attempt to thread the fuses together and try to get multiple blasts out of one match. For a period of time, we actually lived on post at Redstone Arsenal. And maybe it was my age at the time. Maybe we just had a rowdier bunch of knothead kids in the neighborhood. But I can remember being out on Skinner Drive in the residential section of Redstone, having bottle rocket wars in the street until somebody would call the MPs. And then we'd have to run hide in the woods. And the MPs would flash their lights and they would laugh themselves and they would leave. And we'd wait 5 minutes and we'd get back to bottle rocket wars once again. As I got older, I still love my fireworks. Charlene doesn't get it. She asks me every time I buy fireworks why I do that. It's like spending money on something that's literally going to burn. Yep, it is. And I love it. But I also know that I have developed a much fonder appreciation for the holiday itself. Sort of like realizing that Easter also has a deeper, more profound meaning that really impacts my life. I have learned that the 4th of July carries such a deeper and more profound meaning itself. Yeah, the flags still wave. The hot dogs are still good. I love seeing family and friends. But there's a difference now. Now it feels more like a privilege. Now it feels like a holiday, but it has a true sentiment attached to it. The sense that it's not just about the gathering. And I still love the fireworks and especially the displays. And I previously served on the board of the Gadsden-Etowah County Patriots Association. I helped sponsor major annual fireworks displays over the Coosa River. I once got to sit in a boat in the Coosa River and literally had to look straight up into the explosions, having the debris rain down on me, and it was awesome. I remember major public fireworks displays at Milton Frank Stadium in Huntsville as a kid, or over the USS Alabama at Battleship Park in Mobile. But of all the displays that I've seen over the years, none of them could hold a candle to the best one I ever saw in the Washington Mall. It was the best for a variety of reasons. It was the location, it was the quality, but it was also the sense that I was at the epicenter of everything the 4th of July was designed to celebrate. The greatness of America, the vastness of our blessing, the depth of what is worth defending. I was assigned to duty at the Pentagon at the time, and it was announced that Pentagon families could actually bring their lawn chairs and coolers and be given access to what is known as the Pentagon Parade Field. It's a large, double football-sized, grassy, flat area that looks straight across to the Washington Monument. Well, my son was off at college at the time, but my lovely Charlene and our daughter Caitlin got there to sit on the freshly cut grass on the side of the Pentagon, a building that at the time was still undergoing its final renovations after the damage that was inflicted on the attacks of 9/11. And we joined with so many others, and we watched in awe as the beautiful bright light explosive displays illuminated the Washington Monument against the night sky with every fiery color known to man. It was epic. It was stunning. It was actually very moving. So as we move into this July 4th of 2025, I hope that you'll get some time with family or friends. I hope there's a hot dog and a cold drink for you. I hope you get to laugh and enjoy it all, and I hope that there's fireworks. But more than anything, I want to encourage you. Teach the kids that this is not just a holiday for knothead kids to run around, eat junk food, and blow things up. Be intentional about the 4th of July. Teach the next generation that we stand for the anthem with our hands over our heart and our hats off. Teach the kids that this holiday is a blessing because we live in the United States of America, a nation that has been a blessing to so many. The biggest dog on the international block and the freest country known to history. Tell them the 4th of July is the day we celebrate our independence, and that independence actually means sacrifice, and that sacrifice means commitment, and that commitment means honor. Tell them the world may be a scary place, but that America is the land of heroes. Tell them about the stories of great leaders and soldiers and accomplishments and inventions that all came from America that made the whole world a better place. You tell them that the United States of America should be loved and protected and served and treasured. And tell the kids it's okay to believe that they live in the greatest country. It's okay because it's true. Tell them it's okay to say God bless America because he has and he will if we will let him. And you tell them the 4th of July is a really big deal. And then tell them to be careful with the Black Cat firecrackers and go have a good time. And tell them, if you will, that things are looking up, that we are turning a corner, that we have overcome 4 years of difficulty, that faith and patriotism and honor and morality and common sense are all making a comeback, that taxes are getting lower, that morale is going to be higher, that more people are joining our amazing military than ever before. You tell your kids and grandkids they live in the greatest nation that God ever allowed to exist on the face of this earth. They have no reason to apologize for being American. You tell them that the reason why we have had problems with illegal immigration is really in part because so much of the world still sees us as the land of opportunity. You tell your kids and your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, your friends down the block, your in-laws and your outlaws. You tell them we have rights. You tell them we have actual rights, not just privileges, not opportunities, but rights. Rights that are enshrined in our Constitution and its various amendments that afford them things like the right to speak, the right to worship, the right to assemble, the right to bear arms, and so much more. And you tell them they have it all because of the men and the women who fought and sacrificed so this great nation would not perish from the face of the earth. And you tell them that as surely as the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, that they have freedom. And you tell them that not everyone else in the world can say that. It's true, because this is the by God United States of America. And the 4th of July, y'all, it's more than just our birthday. It's our birthright. It's our heritage. It's our legacy to the world. So yeah, I say bring forth the 4th. That's what I say. Celebrate, but remember why you celebrate. And God bless y'all. And God bless America. The folks here at Rightside Media wish you the absolute best of times. And that's a wrap for the Rightside Way. Well, there you have it. And yes, it is true. It is absolutely one of the greatest holidays on the face of the earth. Next to those that honor the living God, I say the 4th of July may in fact be the most epic holiday of things that have changed the dramatics and the worth and the values of this world than perhaps any other. You celebrate it, have a good time, and blow something up. We'll be right back.